Hello, this is Zeeshan. In this video, we will introduce how to improve your English language skills. This video is very important how to improve your confidently and influently to improve your English skills. That this video is very important and please subscribe and share. And let's start that Dawn editorials countering cybercrime. Countering cybercrime. The new Nation Cybercrime Investigation Authority appears to have landed in limbo, with the authorities apparently unsure about what purpose they accept to see it fulfill. That in this sentences way that appears to is that to seem or give the impression of something often differing from reality seems. That synonym is that seems, look, appear as, given the impressions present in self. Describe initial impressions, express uncertainty or doubt, highlights contradictions, analyze appearance, reality, suggest possibilities. For example, that appears. He appears to be tried, but he is actually fine. The company appears to be thriving, but it is struggling financially. She appears to be confident, but she is nervous. That landed in limbo. The definition is landed is that arrived or came to rest in place. Situations or conditions. Important synonym is that landed in, arrived at, reached, ended up, found on self, and settled in. For example, the plane landed in New York safely. She landed in trouble after breaking the rules. He landed in a prestigious university. That is that about what purpose they accept to see it fulfilled. They accept to definition is that anticipate or look forward to something happening or being the case. Important synonym is that anticipate, look forward to, hope for, predict, assume. Accept to is that I accept to graduate next year. She accept to get the job. We accept to see increase sales. Important sentence structure. According to a new news report in this paper, the government has formally repealed the rule devised to govern the body, leaving its status in doubt. Formally relieved the rules in that to officially cancel or abolish a law, rules, or regulation. To revoke or rescind a decision or policy or agreement. Repeal highlights the dynamic nature of laws and policies, reflecting societal evaluations and the needs for adaptability. That device to govern the body. Device is created or planned or a specific purpose intended to achieve a particular goals or outcomes. Designed to solve a problem, to meet our needs, devised to help convey the international design or purpose behind a creation, system or plan. System or plan. Official rules. Officials spoke who spoke to these publications were unsure about whether new rules would be issued or whether the body would be dissolved. That who spoke to this publication Spoke to this publication is that communication or conversation with someone, verbal interactions, either person or remotely, exchange of ideas, thoughts, or information. Spoke to is help convey the act of communication, emphasizing the importance of verbal interaction or building relationship and exchanging information. That would be is that hypothetical or conditioned situation. Further possibilities are potential outcomes. Uncertainty or speculation would be helps convey hypotheticals or uncertain situations, allowing for exploration of potential outcomes or possibilities. That body would be dissolved is that to break down our speculation into smaller parts, often losing its original form, to disappear or case to exist, to terminate or end a partnership, marriage, or organizations. That dissolve describe chemical reactions, explanation, business or partnerships, terminations, discuss marriage, dissolutions, express emotional release, create vivid imagery. It may be recalled that the NCCIA was formed in May this year to replace the FIA cybercrime wings. It was created to combat digital crimes, online harassment, disinformation, and social media propaganda under the Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act 2016. Recalled that it may be recalled to remember or bring back to mind, to summon or recall back some or something, to withdraw or react a product, design or statement. It recalled my childhood memories. It recalled my childhood memories. The company recalled the detective products. She recalled her words after realizing the mistakes. That common expression, recall from memory, recall due to safety concerns, recall for repairs, recall to duty, recall to mind. Recalls helps convey the ideas of retrieving information, reversing decisions, or withdrawing actions, highlighting the importance of memory, safety, or corrections. Formed. Formed was formed in May. Formed is built, created. To create a shape, something into specific structure or organization, to establish or constitute a group, team, or entity, to take shape, develop into a particular form. Example sentences. The company was formed in 1995. The team was formed to tackle the project. The crystal formed over millions of years. That formed. It was created to combat digital crimes. It was created to is that purpose or intention behind something existence. The original goal or function of something. The reason something was brought into being. This software was created to simplify data analysis. The charity was created to support local communities. The charity was created to support local communities. created to help convey the underlying reason or goal behind something existence, highlighting its attended functions or purpose. Is that online harassment, disinformation, and social media propaganda? The harassment is that harassment. Harassment, unwanted or unwelcome behavior, often often repetitive that intimidates, threats, or humiliates. Action that create a hostile or uncomfortable environment, emotional distress, harassment, anxiety or fear, depressions. Harassment is a serious issue and requires attention, support, and action to create a safe and respectful environment. Unfortunately, given our authorities' obsession with countering social media narratives and silencing criticism of state officials, the body had come to be seen as just another tool with which they would be seek to suppress digital rights and limit and freedom of expression. Unfortunately, given our authorities' obsession with is an intense and persistent preoccupations or fixations on something or someone, a compelling desire or interest that dominate one's thoughts and feelings. That important synonym is that fixations, preoccupations, infatuations, fascinations, compulsions, addictions, minor passions. For example, is that obsession. Her obsession with fashion lead her to become a designer. He had an unhealthy obsession with video games, obsession with power, obsession with perfections, obsession with love, obsession with success, obsessed with technology. Obsession with helps convey to complexity and intensity of human fixations, helping the blurred lines between passion and compulsions. Had come to be seen is that emotion state, experience is strong emotions. I came to tears watching the movies. Important synonym is that approach, arrive, realize, understand, awaken, agree. Come to is versatile phrase with various meaning physical movement. Approach, arrive at a place. For example, come to the party tonight. Realization or understanding, become aware of, realize something. For example, I came to understand the problem. Consciousness and wakefulness. Resign consciousness or wake up, she came to after the surgery. She came to after the surgery. Decision or agreement. Reach a decision or consensus. For example, we came to an agreement. The movement, awareness, understanding, agreement, emotion, everyday conversation. Come to effectively describe physical movement, express motion shift, highlighting realization, convey agreement, create vivid storytelling. To be seen as just another tool with which they would be, tool with which they would seek to suppress, tool with Tool with is a phrase that can have various meanings depending on the context. To use or work with a tool. For example, I am tooling with Adobe Creative Code. To equip or finish something with tools. The workshop was tooled with latest machinery. Software developed to use a tool or framework. For example, we are tooling with React for the front end. To design or manufacture tools, either company specialized in tooling with pre- precious parts. To experiment or play with something, I am tooling with a new recipe. To improve or make to with available tools, we have to tool with what we have to fix the bike. Important synonyms utilize, employ, equip, furnish, manipulate, experiment. That speak to suppress digital rights. That speak to suppress digital rights. Digital rights. Speak to spread is a phrase to mean to attend or subdue or cancel something. Information, emotion, or actions. To strive or restrain or control something, impulses, desire, or behavior. Try to hide, seek to suppress, attempt to conceal, strive to suppress, aim to silence, endeavor to stifle. For example, the government sought to suppress the scandal. She sought to suppress her emotion during funerals. That limits freedom to expression. Freedom to expression. Freedom to Freedom to expression is a fundamental human right and encompasses to ability to express thoughts, opinion, or idea without fear of censorships or retributions. The liberty to communicate freely, orally, in writing, or thoughts through arts. Freedom of expression is essential to democracy. Protecting freedom of expression is the digital age. Freedom of expression is a fundamental human right. Promoting freedom of expression throughout education, defending freedom of expression against censorship. Freedom of expression emphasizes individual rights, whereas free speech focuses on collective rights. Freedom of expression encompasses various forms of communications, whereas press freedom or specifically protects journalism. While those concerns remained, while Pakistan still needs a functioning cybercrime authority as its digital economy expands, albeit one talks with countering the entire gamut of cybercrime rather than just chasing after digital trolls and social media propagandists. That which thought concern is referred to a feeling or worry or anxiety about something or someone, a problem or issue that needs attention. Important synonym worry, anxiety, apprehensions, fear, unease, issue, problem, difficulty. Example is sentences I have concern about the company financial stability. Her concern about climate change motivated her to activism. Concern help convey a sense of responsibility, her attention to potential problem. highlights the importance of addressing issues and alleviating worries that Pakistan needs to function in cybercrime authority and its digital economy expands. One talks with one talks with tasked with is a phrase that assigned or responsible for a specific duty or project. Charged with the responsibility of completing a task. Assigned responsible for charged with interest with designated to. For example, she was tasked with leading the meeting campaign. The team was tasked with developing a new software. Tasked with a mission. Tasked with improving efficiency. Tasked with training. Tasked with overseeing. Tasked with help convey a sense of responsibility, duty, or assignment, making a useful phrase or warrior context. Gumped of cybercrime rather. Gumped of cybercrime rather. Gumped of is a phrase, a complete range or scope of something, a variety of spectrum of options, emotion or experience, range, spectrum, scope, variety, array, diversity. For example, the festival showcased a gamut of musical genres. Our emotions ran the gamut from joy to sadness. That just chasing after digital trolls. Chasing is a verb that pursuing a following someone or something. Striving to attain, achieve something, pursuing, following, hunting, tracking, seeking, striving, racing. Example sentences: she's chasing her dreams. She is chasing her dreams. The police are chasing the suspect. While cybercrime such as identity theft, hacking, cyber stalking, and harassment have been around since in the beginning of the digital age, several newer classes of illegal activity do not seem to get the attention they deserve. Beginning of is a phrase, the start or commencement of something. The initial state of phrase of process, the synonym is that beginning of start, commencement, initiations, inceptions, origin, outest, dawn, emergence. Example, the sentences is that the beginning of the digital age, this mark the beginning of new era. The beginning of the year is always busy. That several new classes of illegal activity do not seem to get is that appear or give the impressions, suggest or indicate, express uncertainty or doubt, possibility or potential impression or image, describe observation, express options, discuss probabilities, analyze data, hedge statement. For example, she seems to be happy. The data seems to indicate a trend. Let me know if would like more information. It seemed to me that uncertainty. He seemed to be improving possibility. The city seems to be vibrant impressions. That synonym appear, look, apparently, ostensibly, evidently, conjugations. For example, pushing ransomware attacks and social engineering have gradually become more common. Furthermore, as more Pakistans adopt digital payments, engage in e-commerce and find new means of investment within the digital ecosystem, they also encountering new types of criminal activities, especially online fraud. Ransomware, pushing ransomware is that malicious software and demands payments in exchange for restoring access to encrypted or locked data. Encrypting ransomware encrypts files demanding payment for decryption's key. Locking ransomware locks device or screen demanding payment to unlock. Threats to overwhelm system with traffic. Scareware, ransomware falsely claims to defect issues demanding payment. Ecosystem, a complex network of living organisms, plants, animals, microorganisms interacting with each other and either physical environment. That they are also new types. Encountering new types. Encountering, meeting, or coming into contact with someone or something often unexpectedly. Important synonym encountering, running into, bumping into, coming across. Social encounter, meeting someone new, change encounter, accepted meeting, plan encounter, schedule meeting, virtual encounter, online interaction. For example, I encountered an old friend at the park. She encountered difficulties during her trip. The hikers encountered a wild animal. It is a government duty to protect citizen, person and property not only in the physical world but also in the cyber sphere. It cannot do so without a functioning cybercrime authority mandated to take criminals to task. That mandated to take criminal task. Mandated to required or ordered to perform a specific task action, often by law, regulation, and authority. Obligated to, directed to, ordered to, complied to. For example, the company is mandated to report financial statement quarterly. Employees are mandated to attend training sessions. The government has mandated vaccination of public health. Unfortunately, this cannot happen when cybercrime in police circles is only taken to mean activities that challenge the status quo. This is a reductive approach that will greatly hinder Pakistan progress in the digital age. To only to take to taken to mean to have express attention, purpose, or significance. Signify, signify, indicate, donate, amplify, convey. Example: explain intentions, clarify meaning, interpret data, understand context, analyze language. What does the symbol mean? Her words means nothing to him. The data means we need to adjust. Status quo. Status quo is that existing state of fear or situation, often implying a lack of change or progress. Important synonym is that existing situation, current state, established order, exchange circumstances. Stalemate, for example, the status quo is politics has led to widespread dissatisfactions. The company aimed to disrupt the status quo in the industry. Maintaining the status quo is not an option. This is a reductive approach. Reductive approach, a method of analyzing or solving complex problems by breaking them down into smaller, more manageable parts, often focusing on individual components rather than the wholes. Simplifications, fragmentations, analysis of individual component, identifications of causal relationships, step-by-step solution. Easier to understand complex system that will greatly hinder Pakistan progress in the digital age. Will greatly hinder. Hinder to slow down, abstract, or prevent something or someone with progressive, succeeding, or functioning activities. Synonym: obstruct, impede, block, delay, handicap. Example is that lack of funding hindered the project progress. Her injury hindered her athletic performance. The traffic hindered our travel plan. The government must take immediate steps to fulfill the gap in its cybersecurity capabilities and ensure that whichever authority it entrusts with combating cybercrime is aware that it must put citizen needs before the political considerations. That authority in entrust with combating considerations, careful thoughts, political consideration, careful thought, intention, or regard for something or someone. Important synonym: thoughtfulness, reflection, contemplations, pondering, deliberations. For example, she gave careful consideration to the job offer. The judge considered the evidence before making a verdict. He showed consideration for her college. for his colleague. He showed consideration for his colleague feeling on consideration or related topics. Interest with interest authority is interest with to give someone responsibility for something valuable, important, sensitive, often implying interest and confidence. Important synonym is trust with, commits to, assign to, charged with, empowered with. Delegates talks or responsibilities, assign sensitive or confidential information. Grant authority or power, show trust or confidence, impose a duty or obligations. For example, she entrusts her lawyer with her estate. The company entrusts its IT department with data security. He entrusts his friend with her secret. That interest with combating cybercrime is where that combating is taking action or oppose, resist, or overcome something, often requiring strategic effort or resources. Important synonym fighting, battling, comforting, opposing, contracting. Describe effort to overcome challenges. Explain strategies for resistance. Highlight opposition to idea or force. Emphasize determination or resilience. Conflict or disputes, for example, combating cybercrime. Combating climate change requires global cooperation. The company is combating cyber threats with advanced security measures. She is combating cancer with chemotherapy or determinations. That hope you enjoy this video and please subscribe this channel.